All right, welcome back. Welcome back, you all. Welcome back to your class with yours truly, the counselor, Mr. James Horton. I am going to be covering a topic today, actually a brush up video that I thought I would go back at and recreate. This paper is called The Domestic Snake, or The Domestic Snake Story. It's called The Domestic Snake. And uh, snakes are defined in many ways today. You know, originally they were defined in one way, describing the actual snake, but I'm going to describe it in much of a fuller picture for you, okay? So just bear with me. It says, definition of snake is a long, lineless reptile which has no eyes, no eyelids, a short tail, and jaws that are capable of considerable extension. Some snakes have a venomous bite, even, all right? Venomous bite. Pay attention to that, all right? Venomous snakes are species of the suborder serpents that are capable of producing venom, which they use for killing prey, for defense, and to assist with digestion of their prey. The word snake is known as a description slang for a person who acts in a deceitful, low-down, underhanded, or backstabbing way. Urban dictionaries define the snake as a person who seems like a really nice person that has you, someone you can confide in, sleep around, be around, or even trust and leave your female or male relationship partner around, but is actually a backstabber, waiting for the right moment to strike and to bite you. Right? This is the description of many snakes. You know, we don't really realize the dangers that we have, the waste of time that we involve ourselves in when we get around the snake. The snake seems like a very good person. I mean, like the paper said, it's like, you know, it seems like they're there for your needs, someone to listen to you even, and they let you talk more than they talk, right? They're just waiting, listening, finding a way in even to get at you and to attack you and even bite you. The snake is like, hey, but I've been knowing you for all these years. A lot of people we've been knowing for many years, but it doesn't mean we've been associating ourselves consistently around these people for many years. So we kind of credit the years instead of crediting the time, right? Time and years are different. The time spent together, the time going over each other's house, finding out what each other's behaviors are like inside the house or even outside the house in public with other people, you know, is to be tested. And many of us believe we have the answer until the day of the test, right? So this thing, man, this poison, this kind of thing, you said, oh, I never thought that you would do something of a sort. I mean, as good as I've been to you, you know, and it's just something, right, that's really, really something to take in and hopefully learn from. I'm going to tell a story, right, and this story is about the snake. You know, and the snake happened to be in this forest, and it was all these big trees, and there was this man or a woman, you know, I'm just going to put both people in so you can gather what I'm getting to. They were in the forest, and they were chopping wood and collecting wood for the wintertime, you know, because it was getting very cold. There was some snow coming down, and these people happened to see a hurt snake, right, laying on the ground. It looked like it had been ran over with a tractor. And so the man or woman, the man and woman, they happened to take pity on the snake and said, hey, oh, look at him. And he was just crying and everything, crying, and, you know, not blinking because, you know, they don't have eyelids. So it was just a straight look, but it was a pitiful look. And so they took the snake home and they put him in a nice fish tank with no water in it and allowed the snake to be there. They fed the snake, they did all kind of stuff, had long talks with the snake, told the snake all their problems, and the snake would come with their problems, and they seemed like they had something in common, even though they were human and this person was not. And so they stayed for a while. The snake stayed and lived in this home for a while until it came time for spring and summer to come. And they was like, hey, it's time to take you back where your people are at. Time to take you back to your hood, right? And so they get the snake up and they clean him off. The snake is looking very full, real strong, and back to life. I mean, looking so nice. They even took pictures with the snake, right? And you know, at the club and all these places, you know how you guys do it. You know, this is your folks, so you take pictures at the club. You know, you take pictures with the entertainers with the snake, and it's all good, right? So they take the snake back to its habitat and back to its surroundings. And as they take the snake back to its surroundings, they let the snake out of the tank, and the snake slithered away. They said bye to each other. The big old snake busted U-turn, y'all. Busted U-turn and came on back. Got up like this, right? Came down and bit their ass, right? Bit them. Bit they behind, right? And it was like, hey, snake. Oh my God. Put the venom all inside of them. The people are dying. They said, snake, snake, snake. How could you do us like that? How could you portray us like you did? After all we've done for you, after saving your life, snake, how could you do us like that? And the snake said, you know, before he bit him a second time, he said, listen, stupid, you too, you dummies. The snake said, you knew I was a snake when you picked me up, right? You knew I was a snake when you picked me up. So this story goes on to say, how many times are we going to, let me try to do a little demonstration. How many times are we going to go and pick up the snake? How many times are we going to continue to pick up the snake, knowing that we're going to get bit, knowing that it's going to be ugly? Right? We're going to go over here to a new place, a new group of friends, right? And we see some signs that something ain't right. But we still go in to show people how nice and how loving we are. And we find ourselves doing the same thing again, bending over to pick up the snake. To pick up the snake. We find ourselves doing that. So my message to you today, yours truly, the counselor here, Mr. James Horton, is that when are we going to stop picking up the snake, right? We have to learn to use the energy that we waste picking up the snake on ourselves. We have to learn to start loving ourselves and have confidence in ourselves even when we're by ourselves. We have to learn that sometimes we have to eat by ourselves. Sometimes, I mean, it's nice to make a salad and have a partner and have a potential new partner, you know, but if they haven't been tested, all relationships are going to go through some tests, right? And so we have to learn that, like I said before, sometimes you're going to have to eat by yourself. Sometimes you're going to have to realize you would rather eat by yourself than to be sitting somewhere eating with the snake, right? That's going to be it, you guys, for yours truly, the counselor, Mr. James Horton. Again, the snake story, right? The domestic snake. Watch out.